Aries, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are doing a bit of a whatever sort of comes out reading, but I will also be grabbing some cards for love, as well as for a no contact situation. So regardless of whether that is, a romantic no contact situation or otherwise, like a friend, family member, all that sort of stuff. Now we have had some pretty crazy energy the last few days. We're just sort of coming through. We've just had that full moon, and then Halloween just yesterday. So I hope everybody enjoyed their Halloween. But I do have some recent all signs videos that I do recommend, especially that full moon shadow work video. So keep an eye out. Go back and watch that one if you haven't had a chance to have a look at that one. If you're sort of ready to confront some of that inner work that may need to be done for us all. They're always useful. Okay, but today I am using the Gilded Reverie Lenormand. I do also have the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle. And then when we look at the No Contact, I do have the Angel Answers Love Oracle as well. Okay, so getting straight on into it for you, Aries. What do you need to know? What's going on for our Aries? And yes, I am still wearing Halloween gear. I probably will be for a while yet. I have a lot of clothes that are Halloween related, just regardless. Okay, so I will be taking the Halloween background down after. Well, my kid's already stolen a bunch of it, but I will be taking it down at the end of the weekly readings. Okay, but I love celebrating Halloween. It's a relatively new thing in Australia to celebrate Halloween, so it's very exciting for us here. Okay, so I'm just going to grab some extra clarity cards. Okay, clarify this message for Aries, please. And just an extra clarification for that third card. Okay. I can kind of already see here, but I just want to check if this is you, Aries, needing to take some initiative, or is this somebody else? Okay. All right, so Aries, today we do have, first and foremost, the coffin energy. Okay, this has been coming out a lot for you guys in the last, even in the last month, I feel. It has come out with the birds card there. Now, there is two birds cards in this particular deck. We do see this the flittery, chattery birds here in this particular one. So this is kind of, with the coffin energy, it does talk about something that has ended, and you're sort of now trying to find the energy to turn that into something new in your life. So it's endings bringing new beginnings, death and rebirth. We do sort of see here the Egyptian sort of mummy, the mummified coffin there. So this particular one really does focus on that there is life after death. There is a lot of, rebirth, the really, that afterlife period. It really does seem to focus on that a lot stronger than some of the other decks do, with that Egyptian, imagery. But it's kind of like, yeah, you've kind of wrapped this ending up in, gauze, like you've mummified this ending, and you're just sort of waiting for that afterlife to sort of start, I feel here. But it's kind of really talking, I am getting a strong sense here, especially with that bird's energy, and that's, like I said, a more chattery type conversational card, that particular bird's energy. It's more, along the lines of, it can be like gossip and that sort of stuff, but I'm not really feeling anyone else involved in these conversations. So this is actually kind of feeling like, getting chatty with yourself, getting You know, I feel like with that coffin energy, you've probably been flitting between quite a lot, the ending and then the new beginning, the ending and then the new beginning, and you kind of flitting back and forth between, you know, what do I focus on? Do I focus on this thing that is ending or ended? Do I focus on that ending, or do I focus on, you know, where to go next from that, how to, you know, churn that energy into something brand new for myself, you know, but I'm really sensing this afterlife, and chatting with yourself deeply about the afterlife of this ending, and you know, there is this element too of resurrection, and bringing something back to life. So I am getting, for some of you Aries, that you know, we are looking at bringing something, you know, back to life, you know, that has already ended out in the past there. I'm just intuitively feeling that this may be actually be a relationship for some of you, but I'm just wanting to clarify, because, you know, you know, there's just something about it that it's feeling like it may be, you know, a relationship with somebody. But I'll just clarify that. What area of life are we looking at for Aries message today? What aspect of Aries life are we looking at with this message? Yeah, so for a lot of you, it's not really clarifying that, you know, for some of you, it may be connected to a relationship. But firstly, I do have the well clarifying the life aspect there. So this does sort of really talk about things deep down inside of you yourself, Aries. But there is that slight connection to a potential relationship there. We do have the dog as well, so that is a friendship card. So it really does talk about, you know, loyalty and compassion. You know, it could be a friendship of some description, some sort of relationship for some of you, but yeah, it's kind of feeling more so along the lines of that relationship with yourself, and that friendship you have with yourself, and you know, the loyalty and compassion that you hold deep down inside for yourself, and really sort of needing to dig deep, and have these conversations where you're sort of unwrapping the layers of this ending, in order to, you know, find that rebirth within yourself. So I do feel there is an aspect of soul searching here, really going deep within, and working out what it is within you that you are holding on to. It's something that's ended, or that you've broken away from. You thought you've closed the lid on that, but that lid's not completely closed. You know, it is sort of, like I said, very flitty type of energy, where it's, you know, it keeps coming back up. It doesn't go away, even though it's ended, or you felt that you've, you know, closed off to that. It keeps coming back up for you, and reoccurring for you. We are seeing next, we do have the mask, okay, with the dice. So this really is this energy of, you know, I'm getting quite clearly here with this particular one that you're putting on a mask, Aries, and that you're hiding, you know, I feel like it's just from yourself. You're masking, you know, your true feelings about this ending, and that's why it's asking you to sort of dig a lot deeper and have these conversations with yourself, so that, you know, you can sort of stop flitting between, you know, this coming back up all the time for you, that if you do need to actually, you know, close this off within you, that you are able to, you know, completely close this off within you. But there's an aspect of it of you're sort of covering it up, telling yourself, I'm fine, but deep down that may be not the case. So you're kind of masking this just within yourself, and putting on a mask to yourself, saying, you know, I'm just getting this. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. But then if you don't care about that, why does it keep coming back up? And why does it feel like it's actually, you know, that's just the mask that you're wearing, telling yourself that I don't care about that. But deep down you actually kind of do. So with the die there, it is really telling us to, you know, take that chance, take that risk. You've got a lot of good luck surrounding you with being able to deal with this situation and face it a little bit more head on, because it's telling you to take a chance to take that mask off. Roll the dice, see where they fall. Take that mask off, allow yourself to be a little bit more vulnerable with yourself and honest with yourself, and really focus on taking off that mask and, the truths that you've been telling yourself, removing all of that and really focusing on unwrapping the layers of that and why it is still cropping up a lot for you. Because then what we do see here is we do have the rider. Okay, so he normally would be someone on their way to you. But when I have sort of clarified that, I have got the magnifying glass and the stalk. So once again, we're telling you to put something, under examination. Look closer at where you want to start these new beginnings or how you want to start these new beginnings. Looking closer at the ideas that you are generating on how to move forward at this time. So we are sort of looking more so now at the movement forward from this energy. All right. So once you do sort of face it a little bit more head on and unwrap the layers of that and of your feelings around that issue, why you are struggling, having compassion for yourself deep down, really put yourself under a microscope and examine why you've put this mask on, what you want to do about that, going forward in the future. So this rider really does, in that aspect, it's not actually somebody coming towards you, Aries. It's actually, just good news headed in for you, just generally that you will be able to sort of take that mask off and talk to yourself, really have those deeper meaningfuls with yourself and allow yourself to start, resolving these issues for yourself. Okay, so we do see that is on its way. It's definitely, it does sometimes with the rider, it can come through, quite fast and a little bit unexpected, and all of a sudden you're realizing, wow, I am actually facing that and dealing with that a lot quicker than I thought I was going to. I was, a lot of the times when we have a mask on, it's because we're fearful of addressing that. But it seems to, once the ball starts rolling, once those dice sort of start rolling, you are able to deal with that pretty quickly from the feel of that there. Now that was actually clarified with the anchor, as well as the other birds card, the owls there. So what we do sort of see is that in the near future, this is actually bringing you a lot more like stability just within yourself, a lot more, I feel for just intuitively there, I feel for a lot of you, it's, mental stability and emotional stability and just, finding that you are more secure in yourself and you don't need to wear that mask against yourself as much, and once again, having those conversations with ourselves, addressing our worries and concerns. And actually what we do see with the owls is a very strong, inner wisdom comes through as well, that owls are sort of wise. So we do find this wisdom and you having this future security in your own wisdom that you can deal with these things. You can be loyal and compassionate with yourself and face these things and deal with them. All right. And then once again, looking quite closely at any issues that we're having in order to stir up all that brand new energy for yourself, Aries. So it does feel as though we're looking at a lot of, deep within stuff, deep down inside of you kind of energy here. So I feel like that may be, it may be in regard to a specific thing for a lot of you, but a specific ending, I feel, something that has ended that you haven't really faced quite as well as you maybe have told yourself that you have. All right. But we'll have a look more directly at love for you. Okay. Aries and romantic love. And I keep my eye just keeps getting drawn to that deck I'm using for the no contact Aries. So I do feel as though there's a strong link here, and this ending that you're not. It's feeling like a lot of you. I'm actually just intuitively already feeling that what we see with the no contact may actually be the no contact that you're having with yourself. To be honest. All right, so firstly, we do have the girl talk card, okay? So regardless of your gender, this does just talk about spending time with your friends, moving on, being happily single, living in the moment, and just having fun. So you know, taking that mask off and just enjoying where you are right now, good or bad. Just enjoy the moment, you know, stop and smell the roses. The girl talk card, it can talk about, you know, talking to friends and relying on friends at this time, you know, which would be supported by so much bird energy in your reading today, and also seeing that friendship card deep within you there. But I do feel that for a lot of you, these conversations, that they all need to start within yourself first and foremost. But then we do sort of see, very interesting here, we do have the seduction card coming through. Attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptations, and third-party interferences. So, you know, for those of you who are in an active connection, I'm just getting that vibe of, you know, just very, that flirting, having fun. You know, we did see that girl talk, having fun, just, you know, a lot of the time that's when we're sort of starting to get to know someone, that flirting and that passion sort of energy. But we are also seeing the kisses card. Unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, and then falling in love. So, you know, getting out and about and spending some time, you know, just living in the moment, being happily single and enjoying yourself, but definitely could be leading to something a little bit more. But for those of you who are, you know, in an active connection, it does really talk about, you know, just getting back to that phase where we are sort of, you know, flirting and just having fun with that person, you know, to help increase that sort of energy for you there. So, you know, even if you've been with them for quite a long time, you know, it's never too, you know, it's always a good time to go back and just have that fun, flirty banter and whatnot. Helps revive things in just a different way as well. All right, but we'll have a look at that no contact situation. Okay. Like I said, it could be a romantic situation. It could be a friend or a family member. But we also are feeling for you today, Aries, that for some of you, this is going to show, you know, no contact with yourself, that you have been a bit out of contact with yourself. Okay, Aries. Aries and the person they are not currently in contact with. Okay, Aries. So I am seeing it's a pretty straightforward message here with this no contact. Okay, so whether or not this is connected to what we saw up there with that ending, you know, we are. I do feel that for some of you, it is in connection to that ending that you are sort of still dealing with internally there. But what we're sort of seeing here, pretty clear message, and it may not be what you want to hear, but we're seeing no, leave it, no, because there's something better. Okay, there's something better right around the corner for you, Aries. It's just a matter of you know, getting yourself to that spot where you're ready for that. All right, and then we do have the wait card. So it's like, you know, wait for it, there's something better. So don't allow yourself to dwell too much on whatever this past ending is. You know, get in deep and deal with you know, unwrapping your emotions and around that situation, so that you can really focus on that forward momentum that we saw coming through for you there as well. Because, you know, there's definitely something better, you know, better this way comes. I feel like for some reason I just was getting that. But there is something better just around the corner for you, Aries. And I do feel for a lot of you, this is what's better for you around the corner. Unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, and falling in love. All right, so that's what we have for you today, Aries. You know, you are more than welcome to check your other placements. Being so close to the full moon, the moon signs usually are quite heavy as well. You know, so you can watch that one, or your rising. Now that we're sort of after that full moon, the rising does seem to start to come through a bit stronger as well. So you're more than welcome to check those out. But like I said, Aries, you know, with such a going deep inside you message today, it may pay for you to actually go back and watch that All Signs Shadow Work reading from the full moon just this past weekend. All right. But that's what I have for you today. So much thank yous for your time. Please like and subscribe as well, guys. I really appreciate it.